Hi, welcome back to Showers of Ibuku podcast. And you know the goal here? It's for you to be at peace in every way, every day. Yeah, for real, for real. Today, let's talk a particular mindset that is very subtle but very dangerous. This mindset is, it doesn't ask for your permission like our thoughts generally they don't ask for permission. It comes in unnoticed. Um, but this thought does not just, or this mindset does not just come in and distract you. It actually comes in, distracts you, and it raises an unnecessary alarm uh, that then leaves you unsettled, destabilized. Yeah, just does that. That's all it does. Let's talk comparison. Yeah, comparison is that very dangerous mindset. And I'll tell you why. First is the fact that it's delusional. Comparison brings two or more elements, two or more personalities, two or more people together and places them on the pedestal of one person's limited experience, limited exposure, limited knowledge, limited thoughts, just a limited standard. And it then goes on to form a conclusion and says, this is better than that, this is good, this is not, um, this is promising, this is way behind, and just forms conclusions like that based on something that is limited. Of course, that conclusion is already faulty because it is limited. And another reason why it is dangerous is because it doesn't put things into proper perspective. So while comparison brings things, together on the same pedestal, it doesn't consider the fact that they are different because oftentimes it brings two or more different things together and wants to judge them by the same metric. So it doesn't consider the fact that they are different, they have different experiences, different exposures, different background, different seasons of life, and it just looks at what is on the surface and jumps into a conclusion. How does that even make any sense? It doesn't. And we all fall for this. I mean, it happens to the best of us. You can just be busy doing your thing, doing your work, being in a place with some people, and that thought just creeps in. That's why is that not you? Why are they the ones doing that? Why is this person doing this? Why is it not you instead? At the moment you pay attention to it, it just graduates into so many other things that are not the focus for this conversation. And the reason why we fall for comparison most of the time is because in every human being, there is an innate desire, innate passion, and urge to be better, to improve, to develop ourselves. The desire to grow, it's normal, it's natural. That's why we follow trends. You want to know what's going on, you don't want to be left out of conversations, you just want to be updated on everything going on, which in itself is not bad. I mean, it's good to desire to grow, but comparison is not the way to do it. Comparison blurs blurs us from seeing things in proper perspective. Comparison doesn't want to know how that person got there. He just wants to skip the process and jump into imitation. Just wants to imitate what this person is doing, what that person is doing. And where we can draw the line is self-awareness. Because comparison tries to distract us from focusing on who you are, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, what do you know about yourself in fact, what motivates you, what turns off your energy, what do you like, what don't you like, questions like that we are busy carrying out research, trying to know the history of that person, of this icon. How much do you even know about yourself? What have you even studied and learned about yourself? I'll give you an example. When I was in school, I had not known about, and this was uni, I had not known about, you know, knowing your peak hours, the times that work for you. I didn't really know much about it. I know they talk about it, but I didn't really know that about myself. So, but of course, I wanted to study, have a good result, and all that. However, I had a roommate that once we were done from class, we would usually go to get food. So after food, we return to the hostel, we eat, and she's off to the library. Or she stays in the room, she's reading anyway. Immediately, and she's not deceiving herself because I do see her, she actually reads. And here is me thinking, let me not let me not waste the time after class. Let me not sleep. Let me read. Let me be serious. I tell you, most of the times I will end up sleeping and I'll be like, why can't this not just be me? But I had not even known what worked for me at that time. I mean, now I know. I know how. I don't even bother, setting some things for some time because I know that no, it cannot work. This time cannot. It's not realistic. So that's just a mild version of, getting to know yourself deeply. You have not even gotten to discover where you are, and you're talking about improving yourself, and you're talking about looking at this person, admiring this person, and want to be like them. Do you even know if that is the kind of improvement you need? These are the things that we need to know, because we don't even all need the same kinds of improvements. Maybe while somebody needs to be taking a beginner's class, you need to be taking a master class. Different journeys, different life, different seasons. And if we're not careful, I'm saying this because these things come unconsciously. You are just about your normal day and you find yourself comparing yourself with someone else. It's very subtle. But now you know that the moment that thought comes, because that thought does not need to do anything, just needs you to pay attention to it. Once you pay attention to it, you're gone. You're gone. You just fall for it, and you start racing after an unending battle of, oh, why am I not this? Why am I not that? I mean, while you see people that you admire, the the best thing is to learn from them. If you're learning, you'll be asking questions like, what can I pick from here? What can I take from that? But if you're comparing, you're asking, why am I not like that? Why am I not doing what they are doing? It's even it's already even condemning. It's already condemning you that, oh, you're not up to standard. That's what it does. And this thing, because it's very subtle, we may not notice it if we're not very mindful. So you should actually take this as an assignment to get to know yourself. Just ask yourself, what are the things you know about yourself? How much do you know about yourself? How much have you grown? What are the areas you need to develop in? Then we can now start talking about you looking up to someone, learning from someone, or learning in this particular area, because that is actually what you need. And this is what stabilizes us. This is what sets our minds where it is supposed to be. Because now you're focused on your own path, you're focused on what you need, you know what you want, you know where to start from, and you're not blown about by every wind of this is the standard, that is what is happening today. Don't let that be you. Don't let that be you. Not anymore, okay? You want self-development, you want to grow. Comparison is not the way. It can't work. Could it work? It cannot. Self-awareness is the way. Know yourself first. Okay, guys, thank you for staying on Charles of Ibukun podcast today. I'd like to know your thoughts. Share your comments. If you have an experience you'd like to share, please go ahead And don't forget to share this video. And as you share, tell them to subscribe. And you yourself, don't forget to subscribe. Like this video if you do. And let's just continue on this journey together, which is, to get us whole, to be at peace in every way, every day, because it's possible. And we are going there. Yes. Okay, guys. This is Shars of Ibukon Podcast, and my name is Ibukon Christy. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.